Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Koto Frame Arms Girl, and we have Innocentia. Now, I would consider this as half a kit. Typically, when you buy a Frame Arms Girl, you're gonna get the FA Girl along with the frame arms that it's based off, like Gorai, Stylet, Basilard, and so on. This one is kind of like Materia, where you're just getting the FA Girl. But this does have something cool with it. I got mine from Amiami. I believe it's still available. Here we go. Let's just quickly go over the box and some of the stuff inside. Alright, so we get getting three faces there. Decal sheet, just in case something happens to those pre-decaled. It's already done for you. You don't have to worry about it. But just in case. Now, this retails about 4,500 yen. Now, that's a bit pricey, considering we're just getting the girl. But it does have something new with it. And with that, we're getting basically this. Typically on the Frame Arms Girl, you're getting something with a stocking and the gloves. For her, you're getting the whole, or basically the flesh toned parts, which is great. Along with that, you also have the one with the toes, as well as the one, well, just the foot without the finger, or the toes, I guess. Another alternate head and a different set of hairstyle, which is cool. And this is I think what a lot of people want, the cat ears. And you have a variety of them, even this drooping one, pointed one, the triangular one, this one kind of like bunny ears. So quite a bit of accessories in terms of hairstyle or headgear, I guess. But yeah, quite nice. So that's a quick overview for Innocentia. Alright, so here's the booklet. I want to just go over it, just in case for those who are curious before they want to buy it. So inside, we're gonna get more illustrations. We have the paint guide here, and as always, this markings on the legs, you have to add that. And this particular shade of blue, it's like a light baby blue. But obviously you can paint that whichever way you like. And I believe in the back side here, that's something that needs to be added. Moving on, it's just your basic assembly. And again, you can have a different hairstyle and ear configuration, which is quite nice. There we go. So even though it seems a lot, but you're building kind of like the same thing, and especially the legs and arms. Yep. There we go. So it's quite nice. And on the back side, kind of gives us an idea on how to customize it. You know, we have the firm arms, or yeah, the Kotobuki, what do you call this? The modeling support goods, MSG. You got that, is it the beast sword or the whip sword? Then you get a dual guns here. And even adding this is probably from a different kit, perhaps, that you can put a costume on her, maybe. Yeah. Right, so that's pretty much it for the booklet. Alright, and as we've seen in the booklet, we're gonna get spare poly caps here. That's actually quite a bit that we don't use, but it's always good to keep them, just in case the other frame arms joint wears out. So nice to have spares. Also this one, I believe this is the shoulder joint. I can't quite remember what these ones are for. Yeah, but they're extra parts. It's just good to keep them. Now all the spare parts you can put in your zippy bag, as we can see here. So there we go. I mean, I still have more that I have to put on. You know, the hands, you get quite a bit of that. I got the faces here as well. And more of the hands here. This is the black one. Yep. Alright, and let's take a look at Innocentia. Alright, so here we go. She looks very lovely. Now this is unpainted. I haven't done anything other than straight build this kit, because I have to paint the black stuff on the back side here, even on the side here, and the light blue for the leggings. Yep. But right out the side of the box, it's quite nice. Yep. Alright, so going over, let's start with the head here. Now, You have this pigtails here. It's on a joint. It's kind of like the wrist joint actually. So you can move that around, you can twist it, which is quite nice. Same thing on this side here. And the mold is different from each side. Now you have the cat ears. Now you also have an option to change this out. And you just have this normal face. There we go. And also there is another separate hair pieces here. Basically this is if you don't want the pigtails. It will just be a yeah, without the joint connection there. I'm not gonna do that because it involves me to remove everything, but you can kind of get the idea from that. But let's pop this out, put this back on. Now we can change the ears depending on whichever configuration we want it to. We just have to pop it out. Now the peg connection on this one is a bit interesting. It does have that little notch right there, so when you put it on, kind of goes in a certain way. Let's try this long ones here. There we go. And there we go. So quite nice. What else we got here? Let's try the drooping one. I have not tried it yet, but possibly you can use the head piece with the other frame arms girl. Although in terms of the what do you call this, the hair, yeah, it's gonna be the same though. So I think that's that. And they're also marked inside, some of them. This one says L in there, so you know where to put it. So you get the drooping. Other than that, let's pop this out. What else we got here? We have the triangular ones. I think this one goes here. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's also, I believe, this one here. So this one is just replacing the top part there. Yep, you can just swap it out if you don't want the connection piece there. Yep, so that's an option. But other than that, I think, yeah, I think I pretty much covered all the cat ears, but I'll probably just leave this one on. Let me get that there. Alright, so yeah, we'll stick with this one for now. I think I put it the other way around. It's not going all the way in. There we go. Alright, that works better. Other than that, we have the different faces. So you have this one here where she has that pursed lips, kind of like that surprised look. Then the next face is this one, same mouth posture, but looking to her left. And the last one is this one here, where she's kind of like grinding her teeth. I'll probably swap it to that one. So yeah, very easy to swap out. Just, yeah, pop it out, pop it back in. There we go. Quite nice. And again, you can use any other frame arms plate to swap it out. Alright, so we got the neck here. Quite nice. This is the other particular neck, which is a bit longer. And let me see if I can put this on. There we go. It's a little higher. But yeah, I think I will just rather go with the smaller one. Alright, so there we go. Now we got the shoulder here. It's pretty much the same as other ones. You got the ball joint there. And I think, no, I think it just, yeah. Then you got your swivel here. Same thing on the other side. Then you got your elbow bend, which is fairly nice. Get like 120 degree there. Then you got your wrist joint. Now for the wrist joint, you're getting duplicates of that. And you have actually 2 extra wrist joint. So you have an extra pair of wrist joint just in case. Then you have the chest. This is on a peg system. You can pop this out and swap it out with a different piece here, which is this one. It says in the instruction that you are able to put it on, but I cannot. Yeah, for some reason I cannot put it on. So I'm just sticking with this. So that's that. We have some parts here, like the front skirt. This is when she's, you know, sitting down or bending over. So that's that. You get a bit of articulation in the mid torso. There is a joint right there. Can move it, tilt her side to side a little bit. On the back side, there we go. Now I had this problem before with the other or the older frame arms, where I have to put like a ring on the poly cup right there. But this one I didn't do any kind of modification. They fixed it. So if you put it right, you're able to do this. You just have to cover that, but it's that joint right there. So yeah, it works. Now you have a alternate back skirt, just in case you don't want this peg connection with this one. Similarly on here, you have a lot of peg connection for accessories, backpacks, or gimmicks, which is great. But if you don't like those, you can swap this out actually and put on this one, which I think the other frame arms girl has. So there we go. Other than that, you got your waist towards the legs. This is the one that you can shift down, give you a better articulation. Yep, quite nice. Yep. And you got your swivel there. You get your knee bend, which is quite great. And as well as your ankle joint, you can twist that. Fairly good articulation. And even the toe joint right there. Right, so that's that. Now let's swap it out with the other pair of hands, or the other set, where you just get the flesh. Alright, so for the change out, before we get there, I forgot to mention that there is a piece here for the arm. And this one has the peg connection, just in case you want to add something accessory wise. So we have that, which is quite nice. Although, oh yeah, they did also. Here, same thing for the legs. You can swap this out. So that's really nice. And now we're gonna go ahead and pop this out, pop this off. Now for the arm, which I have here, here we go. And if you kind of compare it, yep, this one seems a little longer, but then again, they might be the same. So you can leave that thing on there or just pop this on. But what I'm trying to say is, if I try to pop or put this on here without that, it leaves a gap there. So I'm assuming this one is a little shorter, or the way they had the peg connection. You have to add this thing, the armband. Anyways, there we go. Same thing on the other side, just pop that out. I mean, you can leave that on, which, you know, still works. And also I forgot, there is another kind of like this her collar. This one doesn't have the red piece on it, so another way to customize her. Alright, so moving down here, we're just gonna pop the leg off and put this on. Now you have an option. There is a disc here, kind of like a ring. You can use the white one, or you can go with the flesh tone. Yep. But I'll go with this one. This one is marked. It's L right there. Not sure if you can see that, but there's an L. And we're just gonna pop that on. Same thing on the other side. Although the black ones, they don't have that. Yep, you just put the whole thing in there. Just me. And put this on here. Here we go. Quite nice. Now, if you're not sure which side goes where, if you just look at here, where they have the seam line, where you attach the two pieces together, the seam lines are the ones inside. Same thing here on the leg. So, and there is like a natural arch to the legs. You see it going outward here. So there you go. And even looking up here, this side here has a little bit more. Just looking at the knee. So just in case you cut up all the pieces and you're trying to figure which one is which, there you go. But I think the ankle joint here, it's, you know, the same. Yep. Yeah, so this is quite nice. And you're gonna get, you know, the same articulation, which is quite nice. Sorry if I keep using the word nice, but it's great. It's great. And I like how they did this. You're getting quite a bit of articulation with just a single joint. Typically, some figure makers use double joint, but the single joint works quite nicely for this. Even on this position here, it's not much. It doesn't look as bad. So I like how they angled that up, and it worked quite nicely for this. Even on the knee joint, you know, quite great for that bend. There's actually, if you're building this, you'll notice that they're inside. They made like stops. There's like little pegs that you can only bend it this much, and it stops right there. I mean, you cannot bend it any more than this, but just in case, maybe like this, it stops there. Because otherwise you could probably bend it more without those, even here. So it kind of makes it natural. So that's really nice that they've included that, like the stoppers inside. Other than that, you got your toes there, which is quite nice. You got articulation there. And like I mentioned before, where's that? You can swap this out and with this. I kind of wish it comes in white, kind of like socks. But yeah, it's like a plane without the toes. It's a bit weird. But yeah, I would prefer if that was white. But then again, we can paint it if we want to. So anyways, I think that's pretty much it for Innocentia. It's a really nice kit. I would highly recommend it. It's a great addition to the FA Girls line. Can't wait for the next one. I think in terms of release, we're getting the white Harass Vulgar. I think, yeah, that's the variant. She's already been released. So. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what else is coming out in the Frame Arms Girl. Yep. Also, in terms of Megumi device, the WISM, I have yet to review the Sniper and Grapple, so it actually might be a good idea to swap it out. Hold on, let me grab the claw on that one. Alright, so I swapped it out. Here we go. Again, this is part of the Kotobukiya's WISM Soldier Snipe and Grapple kit, which is right here. And you know, I just swap it out and just see if it's compatible, and it is. So basically, to do this, you gotta remove the hand and the wrist joint, and it just pegs in. I think they're all using the 3mm diameter peg connection, which is great. So there we go. Get the nice claw hands, which work for the cat theme. Really nice. Anyways, that's about it. That's about it for this particular review. If you got questions, let me know, and that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.